People are talking about Karate Ghost again. What's up, fiends? My name is MacLeod, and today we are going to chop our way through Karate Ghost 2, Dojo of Death. From Acid Bath Productions, it is directed and co-written by its star, James Balsamo. It co-stars the other co-writer, Joe Borlick, reprising his role as Black Belt Joe from the first movie. It also features cameos from the likes of Bam Margera, Scream Queen Linnea Quigley, and John Hennigan, aka All Elite Wrestling's Johnny TV, aka WWE's John Morrison. First off, I'd like to thank Acid Bath Productions for sending me a copy to watch and review for you guys. They provide us with some really awesome low-budget goodness, and I'll have all their links in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. Now, let's get chopping. So if you've not seen part 1, I have a full review of it right here on this channel. I'll leave that in the description box below as well as up here somewhere. But this movie does recap part 1, so if you missed it, it's not too big of a deal. I will say that part 1 was ranked as my third favorite movie of last year. So needless to say, I was looking forward to this one. So we start off with our hero from part 1, Nick Laser, as he teams with Johnny Spirit World to fight off some guys in monster suits. Man, I love me some monster suits. So we move to present day in the land of the living, and we meet the Dean, played by B-movie icon Linnea Quigley. And she promptly kicks out a sorority for having too many orgies that she herself took part in. So the girls have a wet t-shirt contest to win money for a new place to stay. If this sounds awful to you, yep, this is not the movie for you. Meanwhile, Black Belt Joe, aka Karate Ghost, has his way with the Dean. We now go to Master Ken, who has a message for Nick Laser. He basically says that his kung fu is stale and he needs to get a haircut, as mullets are out of style. Cut back to the sorority girls, and they buy an abandoned dojo as their new house. What could possibly go wrong with a martial arts Freddy Krueger roaming around? So it's up to Nick Laser, and yes, you must say his entire name every single time, to save the day yet again. So what might you not like? Well, compared to the first film, this one lacks a bit of story. It seems to be mostly gags. While the first film had tons of gags as well, that one had a cohesive, drawn-out story. This one tends to go from joke to next joke. But I will say this one does delve deeper into Karate Ghost's background and how much of a creep he was as a human. And of course, everyone is over the top and completely wacky. So now for the good stuff. This movie is bonkers, and I mean that in a good way. Half the time, you're just kind of like, oh geez, what are they going to do next? And if female nudity is your thing, you've got it here in spades from a multitude of ladies. The special effects makeup, mostly done by Ellie Norris, I believe, is very well done for such a low budget. You can also tell that everybody's having a blast making these movies, and that's really what I think I love about Acid Bath Productions. You can always tell that they're having a good time. And lastly, the kill count. I literally lost track of how many death scenes there are in this movie. Now, there is a very long sequence where these like random people show up and challenge Karate Ghost, and he just like chops all of them and then poses. So yeah, it's kind of gags like that throughout the movie as well. It's not nearly as good as the first film, but if you like the absurdity and the jokes, this one will deliver for you. I will personally only give this 2.25 bats out of 5. I wish it was a little more cohesive and a little more story, but it is still a fun time. I would recommend this for fans of Kung Pao Enter the Fist, or if you want sort of an exploitation version of a Stephen Chow movie, then this one's going to be for you. You can currently pick the film up at Walmart and Amazon. So until next time, adios, Bella Lugosi.